pledge love and loyalty to we country salute. My how we there, my how we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We let we salute. But this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We let we salute. Then they thief the money, then they fly. They London, they Dubai, then they bye. We they are, we just a try. This year don't come up and dry eye. Then they thief the money, then they fly. They London, they Dubai, then they bye. We they are, we just a try. But this year don't come up and dry eye. We pledge we love and loyalty to we country salute. My how we there, my how we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We let we salute. But this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We let we salute. But this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We salute.
For the country, for the country. It's a witch. For the country, for the country. I guess a carpets, Gama Keraka, Gama Koneka, Gama Keraka, Chamucham, Mama Monica, Kai Bomb, Gama Koneka, to present for the country, for the country. It's a witch. For the country, for the country. And they go and they beg, then come and shake. The people that they get. Then I go and shem. They make me go to chicken and the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. Forgive them by scripture. They make me go to chicken and the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. Don't forgive them by scripture.
We pledge love and loyalty to we country salute. My how we there, my how we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We let we salute. But this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We let we salute.
We salute. As in no place like home. I like it, I can talk them, I like it, I can fight them.
Yes, good evening from Bolden. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, wherever on a day. Everybody, every human being wants a good life. And every human being gets a right to a good life. As a collective existence where they live on earth, we don't create systems, them, and institutions where we believe, say, that all they work towards allowing us to get a good life whilst we're here on earth. However, we don't see, we don't experience that most of them things here we they assume, say, for work, for the common good, not the work. And this is especially so in developing parts of the world, especially Africa, and more specifically, my motherland, Sierra Leone. Today, I want to spend some time for look at some of the reasons why we country not the work. I want to spend some time for look at what we call politics, why we need forget politicians in a country, and what are the major role. Because for most of we, when I say politics, we only they look at power. Then get power, they're able to do how they want, so then for control things how they want. That is not the major role of politics. That's not the major role. Yes, power involved. But power is not something to be misused or abused. Power, if we try for define and simply means say, when you get the ability for do anything as and when you think of them, then you have power. I go repeat them. When you get the ability for do anything as and when you think of them, then you get power. And power day in different grades. Power day when you're able to use the resources available around you. Power also day when you're able to think of something, then it happen. Not a magic. You able to think of something, it happen. Because you get the people them around you where you don't think of something, you say, well, you do so, you do so, you do so, then do them willingly, then the thing happen. That is power. Other grades of power day. But the ultimate goal of power or the ultimate reason of power now the ability for get things done as and when we wish that for happen. Whether you use them for good or for evil, that's your choice. Life is a part of choices. We make choices, whether good or bad, the outcome of we choices, therefore come back to we. And we therefore be prepared for bear the outcome of we choices, because that is how life is. Religion try to explain unto we in the imagery of heaven and hell. But the fact is, life is a part of choice making. We they make different choices at different points in time, and with choices the way they make, each of them gets in consequence. If you make good choice, at times you can get bad consequences. You can make bad choice, at times you get good consequences. But whichever way you go, at the end of the day, every choice we make has its consequence. You see, we continent Africa is very unfortunate. It is unfortunate in the sense that we don't go through so much external interference that at this material moment, we even don't know who we are. That's not the first thing we'll get for try face as a people. It's the first choice we have to make to find out who we are. For look for we identity. Everything that is going wrong with us. Not that Africa, when you look at Africa, we have most of the resources that the world needs. But rather than we sit down and ask ourselves why we not able to use we resources, we may want to spend time blaming and complaining. Yes, we can right for do that. We can right for do that. A lot of things have gone wrong. And not to 1 year, not to 2 year business. The wrongdoing in Africa done they gone for the last 4,000 years, but most people don't know that. For the last 4,000 years, the continent of Africa has been exposed to a lot of abuses and misuses and even Holocaust. But can we continue to sit by just waiting to complain and blame? Can we now begin to look at some of the things that we can do so that we could change the trend of things as they happen on our continent? Today, I started with Africa because now the continent with the broadest number of social and psychological problem as at now. But let us come home to Sierra Leone, because Sierra Leone now a small representation of that bigger problem where Africa gets. And Sierra Leone get most, if not all, the challenges where the bigger continent we call Africa get. I want that we spend time for think about these issues, because we can blame, we can complain, we can go to elections and elect new leaders. Every time we say, oh, this is the fittest man to lead us, but he ends up doing the same thing, or maybe worse. Why? That's the question we need to be asking. That's the issue we need to be investigating. And tonight, I want to spend time on that. My duty here is not to come and contribute to the division and polarization where they go on. My duty here is to come and assist to get Africa, and especially Sierra Leone, out of the quagmire. Hold on for me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine, sir. Thank you. Thank you for accepting me.
Yes, sir. Can you just stay the line, Salah? If we are to see change, especially in a country like Sierra Leone, with so much resources, you see, in the beginning, I say 90% of the problem is that we don't know who we are. And the fact of it is that most Sierra Leoneans, even some of the most educated Sierra Leoneans, don't know who they are as a cultural being. They don't know the potentials where their country gets. Because we have all been colonized. I know they pull me self the We are all mentally colonized. The first thing what we need for do, for make we begin get with steps then right, we for decolonize we minds. And when they talk about mental colonialism, for most people, it's about the recent history. Oh, in 1884, say Africa was divided in Berlin. They gave this, that. They created 50 how much states. The colonization process has been going on since the 10th and 11th century. It started with the Arabs. The brand of Islam that we have in Africa is different from the brand of Islam that is practiced in the Middle East. The brand of Islam in Africa is one of colonizing our minds to keep us under control. We therefore wake up now, we continent. Now begin to see the realities of the situation. In modern times, we want to change friends. Oh, we are moving to Russia. We're moving to China. They would help us best because there's nothing like socialism and communism. It's all gaslighting. Look at the socialist countries. They have some of the richest men you can count on that. And a few of them, just like you have in America, the oligarchs. Go to China. That's what you see. Come to the USSR. That's what you see. Why is it that the Africans are not able to see through this? To understand that all of these guys are coming for a reason, to colonize us mentally and make gains from our resources. We sit on the cause and effect we serve. We sit on the divide we serve. Then we are going all over the place, fooling ourselves that I'm a Sierra Leonean, I'm a Gambian. We don't have nations in Africa. A nation, by definition, does not exist in Africa because a nation is a sociocultural and psychological entity, a community of imagined belonging. We have nations in Africa existing side by side. In Sierra Leone, we may have 4 or 5 nations. And because we have failed to see that we have a common cultural background, we take nationhood on the basis of language. That's why we are what we are. But I will give me guest chancellor and self-talk small, Dr. Reclamation, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I wish everybody can just tune to.
Well, now I get for make ladies tune in B. I am doing my part. Una help for distribute this channel.
Yes, of course,
Please.
I'm guilty of that.
Please, Una help for distribute this channel. I don't talk politics here. I talk nation building.
Yes, and as we speak, I would definitely do that right now.
Yeah, Una do that for the sake of posterity.
Yes, very important. And God bless you for what you do. This is a very relevant topic. So when you analyze something that comes to my mind, I say, we will get teenagers. I have a 16-year-old. And I have also somebody.
Tell them to be listening to the nonsense I talk.
Yes. So, well, I just want to do an analogy. Anybody will get a 16-year-old, 17-year-old.
Tell them to talk nonsense.
Yes. So then they look at you. They want go with the body there. They want this. If they give them the sense, your side of what it was make the listeners so Sierra Leoneans and day. And they talk about the colonization of the mindset. They draw also an analysis to say, if I was born at that time with Independence Day, and I've been get power, I would say, no, saloon, I don't fit to get independence. Because
honestly.
Because if you look at when I read, I think I read something about Lumumba, which is I think it's Ope Mombo Pople, something like that. When I did a sixth form, they look at the mess we happen, the people Katanga and all when they write that book today. In terms of looking at the political mess, will be happen to the time when the Belgians in they come out, it is say that country not be supposed to get independence.
But it's happening up to now in most parts.
And another country we also confused like Sierra Leone, where it go take a little genocide in Rwanda. Yeah. And I did wonder at my master's level, where that one of me case the Rwanda and Eurasia take them. Now then confused place that they tell you so.
Rwanda's problem started in 1958, if I'm not wrong.
So in Rwanda, in fact, you go beyond that. We say you get a tiny group of people who just think say they're superior, and they don't want for succumb, for say respect laws and allow other people in. And this is not the crisis. So even towards independence, they did not agree for let power change way because even the majority Hutu majority become. So but when they look at the issue in Rwanda as just the majority hates the smaller population. No, because I did it academically. So these are parallels that would build Sierra Leone, which is and so the colonization of the mindset, for decolonize the mindset, if just like where Sierra Leone's mindset, they are encrypted to problems, and so how we would decrypt their mindset, then they
okay. Well, I will let you hold on this smaller, give some of the problems that have been encrypted in our minds.
Yes, sir.
You see, first and foremost. There is no centrality of socio-psychological bearing in Sierra Leone.
Okay.
You have one set of people who have been colonized with Islamic mentality. You get another set where things say they're not traditionalist. Then you get another set where feel say they are European Christians. That's one set of our problem. So that first and foremost don't defeat the definition of a state, a nation, a socio-psychological, a socio-cultural and psychological entity. The socio-cultural side of Sierra Leone is completely mixed up and messed up. In fact, it's getting worse as we speak.
Thank you.
Rape is now almost like accepted norm. Because in certain parts of Sierra Leone, rape is not a crime. Yes. We need to understand some of these things, Dr. Ture.
Yes, sir. So, thank you.
That socio-cultural and psychological unity in our day. The next thing when our problem, the colonial system then creates a dual legacy for we. That duality, it don't make we confused. We get what you can call split personality.
Mr. Jallo, let me come inside.
Come inside. We'll go treat them one by one. I don't give you 2 points.
Yes. The analysis we make, Mr. Jallo, is very important. That's socio-cultural. You know what they say? It sound like somebody tell me, say, a friend, where you work international. They work in different countries. One day, on 2 occasions. The first one happened in Nigeria. The other one happened at Rwanda, where I travel in the travel. He did not Nigeria for a while. He forgets in wallet at the car, put it on the back pocket. You don't come on, I go. Then the driver picked this. This is Nigeria. How many miles from Nigeria to Sierra Leone? Miles. They fly all day. The driver.
If you get good road, you're able to cover that distance one day.
Yes, the driver picked this thing. He can go now nearest police station, and so what he do, he calm down. He don't know how he produce and the what he said. So he just fine. Because as he can go to the nearest police station, the police stations they announced to all police stations. But say if somebody come, he gets a wallet and money inside the wallet dollars. And he go, then get him back. When you talk about the socio-cultural, you see, the issue in a salon, this is not the country, the fear. We get culture. Like, let's say, people wake up on Asana. I remember me daddy get on the anti and call Yabai. Okay? These are people who say they believe, say, if you do bad thing, you know which person I make. If you want deny, they say, let them go to Yabai. Then go swear. But that not say people do not believe God. Then go Then they say the people they answer straight because they believe so they swear.
Well, that's their own God they believe in.
No way, yeah. So now the issue now is people are not afraid Sokobana, Bangbani or one day, what did they say that it happened there? So we don't get this belief system say when you do bad, something bad happen, you get political office, you they travel like once, they thief from the poor. Where you get job, people and they tell you, not forget when the government change you tomorrow, they can't take from the poor, salary not reach to why they live. What do you analyze so Nayam box alone?
That's
so
exactly
this
the
mindset.
point.
So waiting they happen in other countries there. It is in Nigeria. It doesn't matter whether they say Nigeria, man, group, Nigeria, man, this. It doesn't matter. The fact is, people in those countries then get culture of fairness. Culture, Saloma no get fairness. And the reason why Saloma they even support politicians or bad people who do bad, now because culture of fairness no dey. And this, how would we able fix them? Pass maybe when they talk about walls them, what we don't pass, where God destroyed them. That destruction then and they happen as also. And until destruction,
God is not coming to destroy us.
No,
Mr.
Mr. Diallo, let me tell you something. You said something earlier. You understand it? You mentioned about who go change ruler, who go bring party, who go this. All they suggested and change the government. But are we going to get a Jerry Rollins where people say when they miss for killer, where he come? Look, when I was in high school, I was taught by Ghanaians from not to high school, say for middle school. You know why Ghanaians and Bokuna Salona later with the land.
Not cheap.
And some of the best teachers they will ever come across na Ghanaian teachers. Irrespective of what they make. The best government teacher I will ever come across will be to say I sold that government, I pass an A-level, child, I go intermediate and public college. You know. So these people ran away from the country. Later we'll learn say na poor management. From where they remove Nkrumah, coup upon coup, this upon this, until where all is coming, get at them. He like they kill them all. He killed them. Not like Madame when they come in at this. He kill all man. The man, this role is he go to Switzerland, he go America to copy, they pass and send money for him. Because he promised say me penny that this government, I know there for him, I know they keep money abroad. He die, he not get well. He live in comfortable life because they get lost the way they take care of her. But he didn't have money. And until we 30 days, then they follow suit now because they know say this man be killing
us. Just coming because
yes, sir,
I know
ahead.
Much about Ghana.
Go ahead. Yeah, you're welcome, sir. Go ahead.
That issue he mentioned about Niger, that man we left in wallet. It happened to me in 1991 in Ghana, Accra.
Okay.
I forget something now. Our hotel now the center, what they call King David's Hotel. I travel go other country. I did it 2 weeks. On my way coming back, I called the hotel. Say I be left so room. They say yes, we get an aya. They send them with taxi. For me to Kotoka Airport, but you will pay the taxi fee. I say fair enough.
Yes.
They sent the thing, I got it. Ghana na a place where I know just like how I know say.
You see, now Ghana I talk about too, and Nigeria I talk about too. Yes. You bring Ghana. Yes. And so when you look, Gambia, I live in Gambia for 3 years, going to 4 years. Ghana, the place where be say, first of all, it doesn't matter whether you pray or not. There's a particular time of year, Senegal and Gambia. They believe in something, that man will be fed where the French then come, where they say so powerful. Iran, where they save the people from slavery. Now, big Marabu man, it get for go na it matter. Now they pray. I don't know if the story now, whether they will arrest them. It get for suspend, go na the Atlantic, na they pray. And then get out to
Gory Island, not
well, yeah, I don't know they are here, but so every year that's in Gambia from I don't call it Guinea-Bissau.
Yes,
Gambia.
I have read about that incident.
Oh my God! If you see Motukade and Gambia, they go like the entire population of Gambia. They go, and so they go, and I don't pray in amongst Gambia. If they see the imam, they pray the shebe. Now so they come for them. Listen. You see, we get where we frame this thing. Me a Christian, me a Muslim. look, the culture of these people now then transform to we, but we don't keep what you get. Then countries they will keep them. Now Gambia, girlfriends have they can host they rap or rapper. They rapper in face camp for like they can't pray. Oh yes, when we see started inside Gambia, when they go they begin keep boyfriend, they name they all over. Ask any Gambia Sierra Leoneans will be in the way where they chase.
But don't tell me I saw it in Conakry.
You saw it. You say thank you. You know. So you see, so people they friend it today.
When Sierra Leoneans went to Conakry, Guinea between 1999 and 2000. Then take over the place, then they tell the people how they are idiots, how they backward, and no say the Guineans, most of them they
yes.
One time in September of 2000, I didn't say shoe, now beats them.
Mr. Jallo, not to accident.
I was there. I was chairman of all the people that Conakry, they call themselves refugees. That day was a hectic day for me. Because I was known with the people that this now one of who brother them with them go born.
So down there, I said you.
Yes. So I was free to walk. I even had bodyguards with me.
Oh my God.
They move area to area for stop people and let them know. Do bad things to, because there was an incident at the foreign carrier camp where they say the suspect say the RAF went to Guinea.
Oh my God.
And it was bloody. A lot of people lost their lives anyway.
Wow.
Out of Conakry, not inside Conakry.
Not inside Conakry. See?
That foreign carrier region, people that lost their lives and they boku.
So,
but as I say, let me just make this point, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ghana. One thing I know we keep Ghana going. Ghana, the first time I went to Ghana was in 1975. By then I was a student. Ghana at that time, toothpaste, now squeeze them, they squeeze them for you. Now morning you pay 20 cedis. This soap, that lock soap, I don't know if it's a bit lock soap.
Yes, locks.
Then they buy them, then cut into small bits, people, and they buy them up to 40 cedis. Food being scarce, everything was scarce. It was that bad. Sierra Leone never reached that level because I lived in Sierra Leone up to 1998. Will not ever reach that level with Ghana reach.
No, absolutely.
You know what in save Ghana? That short time with Kwame Nkrumah be president, it laid a socio-cultural and psychological foundation for Ghana. When I make country like Ghana, not go ever go to civil war. The Ghanaians, they understand what in Ghana mean. They respect each other's culture. Then at the same time, they get a common ground. They all speak each other's language. Hamed Sekou Touré did the same in Guinea. In Guinea, the Fulaman, they talk Madingo, they talk Suso, they talk Bresse. The Bresse, they talk Suso, they talk Madingo, they talk Fula. Not so they all, but the majority, they cross-communicate. Especially the elites. They cross-communicate. But in Sierra Leone, if they meet ma when a watalo no more to frito isabi, me na Creole, they not care for talk other man language. Me na mende, usa isabi na de isabi, me na timini, usa na the same attitude u Kergo Guinea. Sierra Leoneans were in Guinea refusing to learn the people's language, but they expect the people to communicate with them. That superiority complex where they don't colonize with mind with, now part of the problem. That was the third point I was coming to. The Sierra Leonean feel say is superior. Even in the diaspora, we have that problem. This superiority complex. That's why Sierra Leoneans will never come together to have a Sierra Leone association.
We know they grow. Let me tell you, Mr. Jallo, even like we come and put we minds by education. I have had experience where people like say, you know, book no more what. I have friends now book no more night one at this. I did talk to one man, Mr. Dr. Kamara. We get also we get the head of department when at the IT. This man don't come at this country long time. You will see how it favor the Middle Easterners from getting a job. I remember one day somebody came to me and said, "Hey, Professor Toure, may I have your books and notes and everything?" I said, "For what?" He said, "Well, they don't give him the networking class for teach." I said, "But then you know, professor, why not go do it?" And I speak with Dr. Kamara. I said, "But the guy's inefficient." But the point that I'm making here is,
when Salon brother, I not give you the job for do.
No, not to Salon brother, not Middle Eastern.
Okay.
So pumping them. So he get a class where you know able to self only make. But he say, listen, we they talk. Come on, discuss. He say, listen. He say we force Salon people away Canada. They not try to create this was so they wouldn't cannot get problem the medical it is, but they did not do things that way for make them grow. So the one the way they come, where we will come in the 90s or the 2000s or whatever, we will get place for fitting. You know, exactly we at 2000 something now kind of come out. So the Sierra Leoneans them we not do something will make we be better back home.
Yeah, because Sierra Leone does not exist in our minds, Doc.
And like what you mean is say, I remember when we did Gambia, within a class, one guy way be to say, I make the crisis is already deep. When they be want to destabilize West Africa, countries like Gambia, Sierra Leone, and I don't call it Liberia, they all came together. Then leaders step. It gets. I don't want to call for the Sanko because for the Sanko now just an employee. Employee of Ali Kaba.
Well, Ali Kaba himself was just an intermediary.
Well, wait someone now just make this point. So Ali Kaba, Sierra Leone, Chastelo, Liberia. I don't know if na Lansana Mane,
Samba Sanyang.
Yeah, of Gambia, they came together and then go for type of destabilize the country. I was in Gambia when they launched the attack na the barracks. You understand? Now the far end, the boundary, far, I think na Bansamba, now the military base day. They launched the attack day. Few people, then kill people them. Then be feels as they shoot so all man they can because for the Adam Colin said, yeah, Jamie Bidiri. Unfortunately, the Senegalese soldiers they can't help them. They repel them. That guy, we see it lost it. I don't know if you don't know. But the point here that I'm making, this is what happened. The next minute, they start rounding up. Hey, they start begin for round up Sierra Leoneans. They say they understand Sierra Leone and hit the place. And Sierra Leoneans and Guam. These people were so united. They were even arresting teachers at that time. They say now Salon people in Guam. Now schools have been there. I remember at the beginning they asked me, they say, listen to it. They said, you guys you brought war to Gambia? Why did you guys do so? Can you believe within our classroom beginning they asked, they were so united. These people don't care whether na Mandinka, na Fula, na how do you call them? Maraka. They don't care. They
you know why you see that in the Gambia?
This is their culture. They've never fought themselves. In Sierra Leone, Mr. Jallo, we all know the story. And I make me. Sometimes I don't get friends on social media. Pass now way so bad. I don't get friends there because they talk the truth.
Let me tell you now the reason why Senegambia is more stable.
Because they have a culture. Everybody, every tribe respecting company. They don't
that's
care
one. That's one. But the historical fact is there, and these are the facts that we normally will not see when in the disturbed Sierra Leone. The Senegambia area, sometime around the 10th century, was exposed to invasion by Arabs from the north. At that time, they formed this Almoravid Empire, will be extended right into southern Europe, Gibraltar, southern Spain, southern Portugal, where William Shakespeare writing Othello play on. You understand? So what happened at that time was certain set of Senegambians, they moved down into the forest. The rest who stayed, they built up a cultural understanding of resistance. Then build a culture of unity and resistance to oppression. As time they go on, that culture don't modify into what you have today.
So in Sierra Leone, would that be a culture of resistance?
We cannot. You know why?
No, but somebody resisted the British at some point, and it's a story.
That's the biggest lie they tell us. Baibure never fought a war.
Not resist the British.
Baibure never fought a war. I would send you the report, sir.
No, Mr. Diallo, I disagree.
Hey, wait for me, Doc. Wait for me.
War, hot tax war.
Hot tax war was fought by the Mendes, not by Bure.
No, not the Mendes. No, I disagree, Mr. Diallo. I did history, all African history. I was one of 7 people who were chosen.
Okay, I will send you the British report on the hot tax war.
You cannot teach me.
I will listen.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
I want you to know that 90% of what we call history now misrepresentation of the fact.
No, this one is in story.
Now they tell you story, and they give you the report.
Well, history is a story.
The report published by the British government itself.
No, I don't. There's nothing within the.
Are they come?
Euro, whatever story for.
They blamed themselves, but that report never was published until recently. They blame themselves for everything we go wrong.
Districts, we need to say this is not a 1 month.
Listen, Doc. Do you know who Baibure of Kase was?
Okay, go ahead.
Baibure was the king of Koya Kingdom at the time the British wanted to go into the protectorate. And Koya Kingdom extended from Guinea as far south as Cape Mount in Liberia. Baibure was a man who was literate in Arabic and English. All the other chiefs and kings in Sierra Leone and in Liberia, etc., they listened to him. When the British wanted to expand into the protectorate for institute tax for the hot, when they call them, now I tell them, say, ain't not go agree or disagree, let them go talk to the other chiefdom because ain't not just a leader for the people then. They went to the south, Momoja and Bana Louis. These guys put up stiff resistance where the British use the Bandajuma frontier force, they hold them, put them in a sun, now spark off the war. The war started in the south, not the north. That's the true story. It's written in a British report.
But let's move on from there.
You understand?
I got a question for you, sir.
Baibure was the leader.
Mr. Jallo.
Yes, sir.
Jallo. Okay. There's in all communications, some of the areas that we are very much interested working the issues in our country. Waiting they happen so. We all don't know. Historically, we don't know. We differ from other countries. And I can just hint of something. We have a population by 70-80% of younger people by almost 30 years old. They constitute almost 80% of the population. They are ill-informed, they are suffering, they're poor, they are not well educated, the information not daily, for no in fact what did happen. And we have a tiny population way so powerful for able to set the division, a gap, create a gap of waiting, how people for move forward. And I'm always interested in knowing some of the few things there. Because as I talk, so I will have an interest for rights on stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting in your own opinion, I know sometimes suggestions they make, we're not to think tanks them, but it would have been better for the one that would lead out and come for, which is, if I give an example, when I did my research in the environment,
Mm-hmm.
I spoke to all senior directors where they under this matter being government,
Mm-hmm.
and there was no politics. The focus was about these environmental issues, and I unlocked a lot of stuff. Then I went ahead and I did some higher, which is kind of diplomas and stuff in the environment, whether it has to be with this energy, renewable energy, how to fix energy crisis and everything. I did so many things from different universities right now as in a professional way. And I made a suggestion to my parents and everybody when I consider, I say, the first thing, as I did public policy, nothing no day where government they do for fix a policy domain if they not try for let them create what we call a plan, a policy plan. And that policy plan, since government they come in, even in the 10 years, you cannot fix all the policy domains, whether agriculture. So let's see how we create a plan. The population don't change, the needs don't change. So I say, if we not do the thing, obviously, what's going to happen is not going to fix the environment. I mean,
we're not able to fix the country because of exactly what you talk so, Doc.
Yeah. So I wish, and I did see this guy, they go and dance, what they call a Junkela. And I say, Junkela, as educated as he is, there's no way where Junkela, yeah, there's no way where Junkela go able to be, first of all, in degree is not in agriculture. That has nothing to do with energy. And so
the man is an agroeconomist.
Yes, so we make a mistake. Even we're saying that they make mistakes. So when I taught, I didn't call it communications. One thing where they make mistake, you can get your PhD. It don't matter. The fact is, you're not an expert in public relations. Where they go for good talk, you get somebody first of all, you go and say, this now I want to say, why you want to say this? What it will be the potential for the public the response? Yeah. Or is it going to be well in the audience where they support you or other audience? So you get to ask that question before it comes out. But we're not getting it. All my will get first degree, he believes say land, he can go and talk.
Well,
no.
you come back to the point where I make this not say.
Yes, sir.
The third reason why we're not make progress is that we are mentally colonized with a false superiority complex.
Mm.
Every Sierra Leonean who don't go school, don't go through tertiary institution, feels he knows better. Nobody know for tell or nothing. That's one of our crises. And when you get people how they think that way, you expose them to power, then they misuse and abuse power.
Then they misuse the power. Yes, you're right. Absolutely right. Support that.
This now one of the things them where we get for individually sit down and get a collective agreement and vision on. Now, just now you are talking about policy plan. You see, that's the other side of Sierra Leone. Unlike countries like Ghana and Nigeria, they get the same challenges like we, but they have been able to build a sustainable policy plan and roadmap where they will look into the next 50 and 100 years.
100 years, yes.
We not get them.
We don't get them.
Because the other thing about we are the worst version of the Madlinke mentality. The Kamarimba nine too much power, the egoism. That's why any idiot will sit on the power.
Mr. Gallo,
he want for make say nine sabi pass all.
Mr. Gallo, I get one thing where you said is very important. And I can for call you in a minute, but I want to say this. The Madabio administration for don't be the luckiest administration ever because the participation of people like Muna brings them towards going on social media and making suggestions about how to fix Sierra Leone. If Madam you will listen,
But all
the
that way they
SNPP
do
would
now
dey-
in favor of them.
the SNPP go
What
dey in
would they do
office
so
for
today
years.
now in favor of
Yeah.
them?
Yeah,
But are
exactly.
they ready to listen?
No. That's not the big problem now. Oh, Mr. Jallo,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jallo, sir. I can't let you, but my God in power.
Okay.
Thank you. We'll talk again, sir. Thank you so
Mr.
much.
SSF, I think I'd only reached the end of this talk today.
Okay.
Thank you for calling and keep coming, and dear, I'll get for talk to you privately. Okay, Fambulem. So, you see, we country rarely get all the basic things that we need. But we, the people, not get the direction where we need. Because that's the way they make a nation. The social, the cultural, and the psychological unity now absent by we. Everybody feels say no better. Everybody who they speak is the same language feels say the language better. You see, one thing we'll forget clear, Sierra Leone does not have two cultures. Now one culture in Sierra Leone. You go into Kailaun district, you go down to Zimi, you go up to Falaba, you come na Yeliboya, you go south na Bond. What you meet now the same culture practiced in different ways. As a matter of fact, the key institutions, them were not traditional institutions, now the same all over Sierra Leone. What we have are different languages. And some of these languages, it may interest you to ask, why is it that we not get languages here all over West Africa and only Sierra Leone? Malinke, they're all over West Africa. Fulani, they're all over West Africa. Kuru, most parts of the coastal part of West Africa as far as Ghana. Why is it that Timni and Mende now only Sierra Leone then they? Now up sky then come what can not in place today? Or are these languages that have developed for specific purpose from a mixture of other languages? Creole, you go say it's more international. Why is it international? Because the people that we make up Creole, we get Malinke, Fulani, Yoruba, Igbo, West Indian, and other background, then spread all over West Africa, and the influence been there because they work alongside the British at that time. Same when you go to French-speaking West Africa, then get their own version of French Creole, we spread all over West Africa. These are languages that were created for ease of communication at the time of colonization. But look at all these languages. The cultures are the same. The Creole in Sierra Leone, then get the basic Sierra Leonean culture, tainted with some Yoruba, some Igbo, some Fernando Po, even the food stuff. Maybe because of those external influences, they are mixed. The fact of the situation is, we allowed ourselves to be totally colonized, because what they call colonization, we need to understand them. It's not about the presence of a foreign force or a foreign power. Colonization is the way you think. Get control of the person in mind, then you don't colonize them. Go to Asia, go to South America. You will see that these people are using Western technologies. They may be using Western languages, but they are still within their cultures. In some parts of Africa, like in Ghana, in Cote d'Ivoire, inside Guinea, You see still semblance of a strong attachment to their cultures. But in Sierra Leone, we've totally lost it. We've totally lost it. We don't know who we are. We don't know which cultural resources we get. We don't know which cultural medicines we get. We're good for we. We don't know the goods and services that we can produce from our cultures. And today, we are a totally dependent people. And because we're totally dependent, we know they produce nothing. The dog-eat-dog mentality don't take precedence over all other things. Politics is now an issue of whether they get access for go sit down, or they eat the small money or they come. It's not about whether they go for go see how we can produce goods and services that we get an economy where they export so they earn foreign exchange. That one we have left totally to foreigners. That's another side of the problem. Even our economy is colonized. Every time they talk about development partners, investors, can't we build investors from within Sierra Leone? Can't we put our big egos down and build trust enough for make Boyga log mind say, okay, this year I'll put $1,000 under. Next year I'll go put $2,000 under. Now see how they build something for build the country. Why is it that we are not thinking? Because we are still mentally colonized. This is our problem. And until we accept it, we can change politicians until thy kingdom come. Is going to get worse. If you want to believe this, if you want to say that man a trashy the talk. But for all I know, until we change what is in our heads, nothing is going to change. Our perceptions, our beliefs, we attitudes, now our problem. How do we change them? We need to go back to the drawing board. The kind of education we they give, therefore be tailored for make we get that awareness. Say, culturally, we are this kind of people. We should do this kind of thing. Andrea, that word about radical inclusion, I would rather we stop using it, Mr. Moina Senge. You are still colonized. If nobody can tell you that, I'll tell you that you're still colonized. Who are you to include people? Create the environment for participation, not inclusion. Inclusion is a class mentality. I'll bring you in if you satisfy my conditions. Create the conditions for absolute participation by everybody. Because a nation is only built when the sociocultural and psychological ingredients encourage total participation, not selective inclusion. Whether it's radical or irradical or entropic, it doesn't matter. Just create the environment for participation. And that environment should be one that builds trust. Some of us have been saying these things since Jesus was a boy. Now, the chances there for make we change them. You, the younger generation, will not get for pay attention and listen. We're not a see them because we a spy tuna. We see them because we know this is what is wrong. And until it is changed, nothing will change. You're wasting your time. You're putting yourself at risk. Let us begin to look at Sierra Leone from the point of view of the cultural Sierra Leonean, the natural Sierra Leonean, a country where every district has enough resources that can be converted into goods and services that will create wealth. I don't need a foreign investor or a foreign geologist or a foreign botanist or whatever he calls himself to come and tell me about that. Go down to the grassroots, you will see. Get people who are educated in these different disciplines, let them do a research. Then you prove me right. Every district has the capacity to generate wealth to run itself. And wealth should not be an exclusive thing. It should be an inclusive thing, especially for a developing country. So radical inclusion is way offbeat. Let's talk about collective participation. How do we create that? What do we do for us to get that up and running? By some, you have said, okay, you read the report. I think I sent that report to you, the Bible report on the earth tax war. Let we try for make Sierra Leone. Peter Dowda, you know you were one person I used to talk to, but I blocked you. You know why? Blind insolence does not help anyone. We don't say blind insolence. What do you mean? Thinking that what I believe, what I have been told, how it has been told to me is the only correct thing. Go and revisit, research Sierra Leone. There are a lot of things you don't know about Sierra Leone because you were taught the wrong things about Sierra Leone. You were taught only to be egoistic and self-centered. The mentality of false superiority is what you were brought up to believe in. Change it to become a Sierra Leonean. Anyway, Fambulem, I think Sierra had reached the end of this Monday show. We go come back on Wednesday. I want to ask una where they listen to me talks them. Una help for keep this platform going. Una subscribe to the channel if you have not. Distribute the channel. What I'm saying may seem like nonsense. But there'll come a time when it will make sense to you. One thing about the human race, what we are used to, we are so conservative. What we are used to, anybody who they can't tell we different thing, we see and say no nonsense they talk. Now later, oh, he been talking, then they talk. Maybe by then it's too late. Sierra Leone needs to decolonize its mentality. There are other steps then they will go take. On Wednesday, when I come, I will continue with this, but I will concentrate on the other steps we will need for take, for move forward. Because we need for make Sierra Leone. That country is small, but very rich. And we no need for make badat for drive anybody. We only need for get the awareness about who we are. We create the conditions we will make we self-profit from what we get in our country. Right now, we they give everything. They sell with birthright for Kukwebe. That's what makes politics sweet. Sign funny deals, then put 1, 2 million, 100 million here and there. God don't bless me. God will bless you. Now let bless all man from now on. When I thank you, we go meet on Wednesday.
We pledge love and loyalty to we country salute. My how we there, my how we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. we salute. This we land we love. We not for make and fall. We like we salute. Then they thief the money, then they fly. They London, they Dubai, then they bye. We they are, we just a try. This year don't come up and dry eye. Then they thief the money, then they fly. They London, they Dubai, then they bye. We they are, we just a try. But this year don't come up and dry eye. We pledge we love and loyalty to we country salute. My how we day, my how we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We like we salute. This we land we love. We not for make and fall. We like we salute. This we land we love. We not for make and fall. We like we salute.
Country, for the wreck the country. It's a witch. For the wreck the country, for the wreck the country. I guess I carpets, Gaman Keraka, Gaman Koneka, Gaman Keraka, Chamucham, Gaman Monica, Kaipom, Gaman Koneka, for the wreck the country, for the wreck the country. It's a witch. For the wreck the country, for the wreck the country. And they go and they beg. Shep. The people that they gen. Then I go shem. They make me go to chicken and the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. And the future, forgive them best creature. They make me go to chicken and the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. Don't forgive them best creature.
We pledge love and loyalty. To we country salute, my how we day, my how we born. We sweet salute, we not for make this country fall. Mama salute, we let we salute, but this we land we love. We not for make and fall. We let we salute,
we let we salute. As in a place like home, I like it to come to them, I like it to come fight them.
Happens when truth becomes a tool, not a right. In Sierra Leone, confusion isn't just chaos, it's strategy. When leaders deny what you live, gaslight your reality, and rewrite the past, who really holds the power? Tonight on Truth Unmasked, we expose the tactics, we name the games, we decode the lies. Don't just believe what they tell you. Ask why they want you to believe it.